just do a video quickly, baby. No, okay, give me 1 second. This is my old bullet journal. As you can see, it's been used quite a bit, and yeah, what I've done is this is the index, and these little items here are things that I actually want to take out of here. There you'll see the key, and you'll see the future log is on page 7, because this time I left quite a bit, and it's just by month, so August, September, October. On page 9 you'll see a weekly log. So often people leave this part out and just do that part of the week, but I find it useful to put it all on one page, so I can see the weeks ahead as well. As you can see, I fell down the stairs anyway, and then the monthly view. I think I've stopped doing that monthly view because for me I end up using this instead. So it's a bit of a combination. Then you'll see on page 11, there's for the month. I just did it for the month again. I don't know why I did it. Maybe that's a different month. Yeah, that's August, that's September. And then the daily log is you put the date and you just write down the things you want to do. And then once you've to do is a dot, so X is done. So for example, ideas for cosplay, we did that. Migrated is something that's moved to another month, and scheduled in diary. So when I say scheduled in diary, I'll either put that onto my iPhone or my iPad or onto Google Calendar. High priority, there was one, yeah, so it was getting automated feeds, paying Dave for ink toner, and then an event. So let's just try and see. Okay, so record party, that was just an idea. Yeah, so basically what you would do is put that event and then make sure that you've got it in one of the times. So what I've done is I've reviewed this book, and basically what you should do is at the end of every month then do a review, and I keep this tucked in the back here with any receipts that I need to keep. That should be filed. And then what I started doing at the back was just putting other notes, just quick notes, like if I'm feeling down, am I tired, hungry, or in pain, is will in control, have emotions taken over, just little things. And then this is what I was using for our monthly macro shop. So I was writing down just the items that we were generally buying macro, and then at other places what the prices were, and just with money off we haven't been able to go, but we've actually found quite a few cheap prices of things at the spa nearby, which has been great. So some of the things that we sort of buy in bulk are toilet paper and cat litter, so we've actually managed to find prices for those, so that's quite cool. The Whiskers is the main reason we go there, because it's very cheap there. Yeah, and then I'll just use, sometimes we'll just use shopping lists at the back here, and then just so that I know my shopping's at the back, and so I don't clutter this up with shopping necessarily. And then I have ideas in here. As you'll see, I stopped doing the numbers, which is what I should have done right at the beginning, and yeah, so I'm trying to, the point is that it's a place to write everything, and that's really cool. This came in very handy. It was a really nice size. but I am now using this filler here, and you'll see the individual shots. So I'm just going to run through it quickly. So I covered this. I found a really nice cover, and I thought, oh, this is just, it's lovely. And then David's got an amazing label maker, which just looks so fantastic, so I put that on. And then just some things that inspire me. So walk as if you're kissing the earth with your feet. Thich Nhat Hanh. And then where attention goes, energy flows. Oh, covered over that by mistake. Anyway, this is the index, and it's I started in 2018, and I've still got to do December's, even though we're halfway through. I think I've done them, and I just need to do the referencing. And I started doing the page numbers here, as you'll see, and then one of the other items that I started doing was, in terms of zero waste, I wanted to get away from plastic pens. And so I've started practicing with the pen. I'll just put a picture here. And with ink. So I won't be throwing things away, and I'll possibly save the bottles of ink and maybe end up making my own ink. But yeah, so let's just have a look, see. So the whole concept is that you plan your months in ahead. I haven't done a future log on here. What I like to do is for David and I to sit at the beginning of a month, so maybe we'll do this for January, and then we'll do a future log. So that was what you saw in here with this future log. So I think we did do one future log first half of 2018, which was 37, January, February, last day at the bank, take mileage, March, April, May, June. So you've just got a quick run over, but then we do it at the same time, so we can just remind each other of things, and also to just plan holidays in advance. So like, okay, we need to make enough money, and if we want to do something, schedule it. And then, okay, so then you go from that to your monthly plan, and then into weekly plans, and then into the daily things. So like, if you don't need to write every day, then don't, but it's always useful to just put in the key. I'm not sure whether I put a key in this one. Oh, there. So to put in the key, so that you just make sure that there's no items that you haven't done. So I haven't put a key on this one, but like this, for example, is fun ideas, my wish list, my monthly log for October. And remember, it doesn't have to be neat and tidy. It just, there's a saying which my father used to say and my grandfather used to say, is that the faintest pencil is stronger than the best memory. So just write things down and review it. So then ideally what you do is you put it into a weekly spread, and I'll put some nice pictures of examples here. So the week ahead, just some of the things that we wanted to do. A little quote for the week: in a dark time, the eyes begin to see. Theodore Roethke. So it's also just like, what are some of my goals? I wanted to do meal prep that week. Clearly that didn't happen. And like notes to myself, just in terms of our new meter for the geyser. A little collection here of the washi tape. And these are books that I'm busy reading. So this one, for example, was Dragons at Crumbling Castle by Terry Pratchett. I was reading that at Tape Aids for the Blind, and that was really cool. Some of the other things that I'm reading, and then this is an annual list of books that I want to read. So Awareness, I generally try to read that once a year. Pieces Every Step, which I found last year, which is amazing, and I'll just add some more into that. So gift ideas for other people, the memories for October, and just this is like for my health. So I've got a lot of things wrong with me, but like I want to look for alternative ways of doing things. So I want to use probiotics. So I'm using the SCOBY to make kombucha, and instead of just using normal sugar and tea, I'm using green tea and honey. Cholesterol, I'm using hawthorn syrup. But what's great about researching it yourself is that you can see you don't use it before surgery, because it can affect that medication. The next is my eye health, and this in terms of vitality, getting over my chronic fatigue, Echina and ginkgo. I've actually been putting it in the probiotic, in the kombucha. Colds and flu, I've actually just added them in as well. And then in terms of inflammation, you can use Devil's Claw, but it's only for a short period of time. So you can use it for 4 weeks, and then they say don't do it, don't use it for more than that. And I haven't seen that on some of the shops. When I've been to some of the stores, they've got Devil's Claw and things, but they're using it, they're allowing people to use it for chronic, like every month, and you shouldn't be taking it for more than a month. But anyway, those are just some of the things that I want to remind myself about. You can put nice things in here in terms of drinking water, but it's an idea. You use it, you've got to keep coming back to this. I also write my dreams and thoughts in here, and yeah, so that week I did do some of the prep, and obviously with my knee I've got specific things that I'm not allowed to do, and I found out yesterday no squats for 6 months, which is a bit more than I planned. And then things get out of hand sometimes, so you can see just those things in pencil here, and the point is to just get it down so that at some point you can come back. And also, like you'll see here, that's when I made the hawthorn soup. So I've got an idea when I made something, and then I can track how many weeks or days I have before my next harvest of those things. Yeah, some exciting happening, nice things that I like. I found Sorel Amour and Flula on YouTube. That was fun. Yeah, so that's November, and things took a bit of a dive in November because of my operations. So yeah, so then also some of the things that I wanted to do is a morning routine, some ideas here, a night routine, and yeah, so many dreams. Yeah, I managed to mess this up, so I'll just print something and put it on there. But yeah, this is beautiful. So one of the quotes from Sorel is, "Your body is a vehicle to produce art." It sounded so much more profound when she said it, but yeah, get your art out. Get your art out. The world needs it. And then Jeff Goldblum, just an arbitrary interview, he's like, comes out with this perler: "I am the authority of my own experience." Like, don't fucking question me. Yeah, so these are just some of my YouTube ideas, and like my notes on the OA, and then I started doing a capsule wardrobe, and yeah, I'm just carrying on. I went to Mac Tools. If you've got an Apple product, you can go to the iStore for free, just to make sure you go on a group training, and you get an hour's training on just some of the things, and I learned quite a few things, so that's great. Yeah, I think that's quite a bit, and I will put some other items up with fun things that you can also do that other people have done, because I'm creative, but I'm also just learning. Have a lovely day.